2, 1.
Well, that was a bad day at the office. Oh, jeez, and me and my big mouth, it can always get worse. Yeah, yep. Fire. Fire is usually not something you want to have in your life pod. That's just common sense. Fortunately, we have a fire extinguisher that so handily is on the right side of the fire. But then again, we're lucky. That's how we survived, right? Luck is such a big part. This is Subnautica. It's a survival game where you can die in many different ways.
Minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice.
And like the PDA said, yes, this is my PDA. My very optimistic PDA. You crash landed on an alien water world. And this is my ship. I don't think I'm getting off on that.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Yeah, thanks, Sherlock. I think we pieced that together ourselves. You know, there isn't very much land in this game, so most of your time you're gonna spend in water, which brings interesting challenges. It's like Breath Edge, but with limits. Then again, Breath Edge is Subnautica in space by Russian drunk developers, so yeah. It's a fun game. It's filled with few well, actually quite a few jump scares. You're gonna learn very quickly to be very careful. To be honest, I learned to be overly cautious, which is better than not cautious, but that means that Jingles, who also did this game, progressed through this a million times faster than me, we'll say. This one video is an entire hour of footage, and you might want to see how this is going. And holy no! Oh no! Not. Yep. Ah no! Stay away. Yep, that's a stalker. They like to chew on metal, and they stay a lot in these creepvine areas or kelp forests, and they're okay if you don't come close to us. If not, well, they'll get aggressive. Like the Subnautica wiki says, they'll get aggressive and they'll want to eat you. Well, that's not word for word what it is. Anyway, so everything's broken here. We're gonna need a repair tool for that. But first, let's see if we can build anything using the fabricator. Well, there's nothing we can build, so it's time to go scavenging. What can we scavenge for? Let's be very careful for stalkers this time. Let's see what this is. Recommendation: don't come too close to this. Oh, stalker there. Don't come too close to that because they actually release acid into through those balls. If they feel in trouble. Which is what basically covered a smokescreen for the stalker. Anyway, so many different creatures. I had my eye on this game for so long and I was so impressed to be finally playing it. But I very quickly learned, let's get being impressed out of the way, because if we don't, we'll be killed. So this is my usual scavenging hunt. I'm trying to get creepvine samples. Because I need that. Wait, did I see a tail? I think I saw a tail. I'm not coming too close to that. Let's be careful, because I don't want to attract the attention of stalkers again. And oxygen. Yeah. Oxygen is such a major part in this game. The only thing I'm not very careful of is with my oxygen supply. Well, because it's hard to keep an eye out for everything. Ooh, hang on a minute. Stay away from that other one. I'm gonna do a quick drive through to get that creepvine sample, and holy... Yep, move fast and don't look back. Because I think we may have annoyed that stalker we just swam meters away from. Where is it? Actually, I think we got away with it. That's good. It's a forgiving game. Well, that's some good news. Let's see if we can get some of these samples. Because, well, I only have 45-second air supply. Screw carefulness, I still need that creepvine samples. Those creepvine samples, sorry. And I think I got away with it. Okay, time to get to that life pod, where it's safer. The safest place in the game, where you don't risk drowning and don't risk death. Well, actually no, as I've just proven myself wrong, because, well, you could have died of fire at the start. Just great. Just great. Anyway. Silicon rubber, I'm gonna need that for... oh, fins. I'm gonna need that to make a survival knife, but first...
some available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment, using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Okay, if you understood that, well, that makes two of us. Well, that makes one of us, sorry. Anyway... I'm gonna need to make a survival knife eventually, but first, fins. There are two major factors that really help you with your scavenging hunts. First, air supply, and two, it's and second of all, oh my, it's a stalker again. I just can't stop annoying these stalkers. Don't look, oh jeez, oh jeez. Okay, so he's between me and the life pod, so we're gonna have to find a way to dupe him or lose him. Or, if he keeps following us, we could mess up his pathfinder. And there we go. By doing the big way round, here we make it back safely to the life pods. Do I go up for oxygen? Do I know if he's still following me? I don't think he's following me anymore. Let's just get in as fast as possible first. There we go. So, after the most unsuccessful scavenging hunt ever... Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that's really not good. Yeah, the Aurora kind of sustained orbital hull failure, and probably something wrong with the reactors too, because radiation? Anyway, I took a break, came back to the game, and suddenly something felt very different. And I'll tell you what it is. Somehow, the life pod repaired itself before I made a repair tool. No, I am not kidding. I am not kidding. If we look around, well, actually, you still have stuff that are broken, but already there's all the smoke that's cleared, and... right. First, let's talk about the survival knife.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains.
Well, the PDA did it for me, and my radio works now. I could tell you my radio wasn't working before.
Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency.
Yeah, take your time. It's not like I'm nearly being killed every time I leave the life pod. Anyway, survival knife. It's kind of useful. It's really useful in survival mode when you don't have to worry about food and water. But I'm playing in freedom mode, where you only gotta worry about everything else and not food and water. It's very nice, very handy tool. Makes you feel 2 to 4% braver than you were at the start. Yeah. Here we go. What can we... Acid mushrooms. Yeah, we might need that. Ah. So usually when that goes off, that means that there's a danger nearby. So let's be careful. Anyway, another great the main use for the survival knife, or at least the first use you're gonna find it for in freedom mode, it's to cut up table coral. Because you need table coral for microchips or something. And you can only get those using the survival knife. I'm gonna be completely honest, I probably picked a little too much. By that I mean a lot more than I needed. Anyway. Shall we take this metal salvage? Yeah, we'll take this metal salvage. I've been fiddling with settings so that I have to left click for everything, which is a mistake I'm going to undo later. Anyway, let's see what we can do now. First of all, let's turn this metal salvage into titanium. Because, well, titanium's used a lot, and... Pipes... First aid... Meh, not very much. Yeah, we're gonna take the standard O2 tank. This will increase our air supply so we can spend more inventory full. Oh yeah! See, these quarters of table coral count as actually a full bit of table coral. So, you really fill up your inventory fast with these. We can get rid of these rations and this filtered water because, well, honestly, who needs that? Except for any human being who isn't in a video game. I mean, it's only because I'm in freedom mode. I realize I had half started another thing I was about to explain. There are 3 ways to really improve your scavenge hunts. 1, it's air supply. The longer the air supply, the more time you can spend underwater.
Acquired.
Then it's the speed, which you can improve with fins. And finally, it's by building a submarine. Because, well, if you have a submarine, suddenly you have an air refill station, a pressurized submarine. Suddenly you have an air refill station so much deeper. You don't have to swim to the surface, which is incredibly practical. Anyway, repair tool. I'm gonna need cave sulfur. Oh no. Yeah, cave sulfur. About that. Right, I'm gonna cut the long story short. To get cave sulfur, you get them from crashfish nests. And it turns out that there's one thing which I hate more than these stalkers, and they're crashfish. And they may not look like much, these crashfish, but they propel themselves at 200 miles... Well, you know what? This video is self-explanatory. We're gonna annoy one to get him out of the nest, and... Yeah, they explode into a cloud of acid. And you don't really want to annoy them, because they just suddenly get out of their nests and annoy them. Whoa, what is that? Oof. Okay. So crashfish if you get too close to a crashfish, they'll leave the nest, charge at you at 400 miles an hour, and explode into a cloud of acid. And you don't want that, because it hurts. And the only real way to basically get away with it, with annoying them, is either by dodging them, which is the most effective technique, which didn't work for me, or by outrunning them, which you'll never succeed unless you have a submarine or at least a sea glide. which meant I was pretty glad to build one eventually. Anyway, it's time to claim my reward for having annoyed that crashfish, because, well, that hurt. And I'm gonna take a closer look. They're typically hidden in caves like these, and you see that nest there? That's a crashfish. Oh my... No, no, no! No! Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need a new set of pants. I don't know why these scare me more than these stalkers. They probably don't hurt as much as well. But you can see a stalker coming. You can see a crashfish nest. But I think it's just that moment of panic when you know that you have this creature coming at you at 200 miles an hour. Then again, it is a pretty close call. But this is the reward for crashfish. It's because if you're careful and you know that there aren't two of them, you can, after that, once they've blown themselves up, you can collect the cave sulfur. Collect the cave sulfur. There we go. And that comes in useful for a lot of things, I think. I don't know. I can only think of one right now, but... but it does come in useful. Also, the Aurora's not doing very well. So, I think we can build a repair tool. No, we can build a flare. What do I need for a repair tool? Silicon rubber. Oh, silicon rubber? I have a ton of these from when I was being killed by stalkers. There we go. I can proudly say I didn't die until then. But I did actually die in this game. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the repair tool. It comes in handy for a handful of things. Oh, the radio, which is, by the way, already repaired, is working.
Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
4546B environment scan. Okay, first let's listen to this.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Yes, this is another thing you can do in this game. Well, you're gonna want to do. It's quite a major part in the... Well, not major, but it does play quite a part in the game. You want to... It's good to visit life pods. Because they're on the surface. They're in relatively safe zones, and you can always count on finding new blueprints over there. And if you're lucky, materials. Anyway, it's nighttime now. I'm not a fan of nighttime, it gets quite dark. But, once you're used to it, it doesn't seem too dark, and phew, thank God, the sun's arriving. Anyway. As you can see, I've already rectified that error I did with the same mouse button for everything. And let's see if we can do anything. Power cells? I don't need that just now. Titanium. Right. Okay, standard O2 tank? No, I already got that. I do have a bit of a storage problem though. I'm not sure what to do. I've gotta probably start crafting things to take less space. Let's see, what can I do about this storage problem? I can make a scanner using a battery. What do I need for a battery? What do I need for a battery? Is it... Ah, there we go. We're gonna make a scanner. Actually, turned out I had a battery.
The scan
When did I
can be
make a
used to
battery?
synthesize blueprints from
Probably to make other stuff.
and to record alien biological.
So this is the scanner. It's very useful material. It helps you learn more about everything. And if you scan pieces of if you scan what is it? If you scan like smaller broken materials, fragments of technology, you can eventually get the full blueprint and build them. Because this is another problem we got when we landed. A lot of our blueprint files got corrupted, which is not great. So let's see how many things I'm gonna scan in the next 10 minutes. We're already at 2. Three.
Complete. Vital signs normal.
It's good to know that my PDA's gathering information about me without my permission. What does that make? That makes 4. What's next? Oh, oxygen. Would be nice if I didn't drown because I got too optimistic while scavenging. Ah, these gasopods. This is when I learned this thing about them. Yeah, don't come too close. Because, they kinda hurt. Well, they don't. They won't hurt directly. The thing about these gasopods is that, well, they're pretty slow, and they're ideal prey, so they adapted to with these gas soap things, I don't know, and they launched... Oh, what is that?
Suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur
That's
within
nothing
2
good.
hours.
Detonation within 2 hours. Oh well, the show's not happening yet. What a disappointment. We'll just wait the 2 hours. It's not like we can do something about it now. There's a Reaper Leviathan, spoiler alert, between us and them, and I'm not going there without a Seamoth. Anyway, let's see. I don't know. What? So anyway, back to these gasopods. They have this pretty robust skin, which makes that they don't die from their own acid, which they release when they feel in danger. In that sense, it's a good way to know when there's danger coming if you see acid. I'm having some pretty bad storage problems, I think. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to find somewhere good to store some of my quartz and copper, because I don't have a lot of that, and if I died... When you die and you lose some of your stuff. Because in Subnautica, dying is its way of saying, "Whoa there, cowboy, calm down. We're just going to put a bit of brakes to your over-optimism and take a few of your stuff." And you gotta hope that they're not the rare stuff that took you ages to find, which it tends to be. But I'm gonna need a bit more storage for that. And I'm not sure how... Well, I do have space on myself, but I'm not very sure about doing... There must be some way without... Waterproof locker, small storage solution that maintains position in the water. Interesting. I think I'm gonna need that. There we go. Right. Now we have a waterproof locker. Let's see. It doesn't take as much space as I thought it would. Anyway, let's make a battery. Because I know I'm gonna need that soon. You need to make a lot of batteries. Or not make a battery. Oh no. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, there you are. Peeking there. Alright, edit locker name. Ooh. When you're desperate for storage. Okay, there's the limit. Yeah, we're just gonna call it storage. Why is it getting dark? Oh, it's just an eclipse. An eclipse? Why didn't I stay there to admire that? That's really not like me. Oh well. Apparently I didn't admire the eclipse. Probably thought it was night. So, another great thing, like I said, the great thing about this is that you can... Oh.
Emergency.
Is that by going through Rex you can basically scan fragments, but I think we have a more pressing problem. If that explodes and leaks radiation, I'm probably gonna need a radioactive suit fast.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah. I could really use a radiation suit. Oh. I could really use with
The radiation suit has
a ship
your blueprint data.
to get me and my friends off this planet. Oh, of course it isn't gonna be this easy. Anyway. I don't know. I guess thank you for watching this episode of Subnautica, because this is a good place to end. And, thanks for watching, bye for now, and I'm gonna leave you with a little bug that just happened. I don't know how this happened, but, yes, you are seeing this. These birds are Jedis.